this is Leela, the proud poly kinky queer slut. Today's question is, how many people have you had sex with? And the answer to that question is, I don't know. I don't keep count. I've intentionally lost track. So for the bulk of my life, um, the number of people that I had had sex with was 8. And it was, that was the number when um, after my couple of ladies I slept with in college after I met my spouse, um, and it was something that folks talked about, folks asked about. There were judgments applied to whether or not you had a high number or a low number. So when I opened my marriage and embraced my sluttiness, I just decided I wasn't going to keep track anymore. And I am so happy with that decision. It becomes a little weird at the doctor's office. They ask questions about number of partners all the time. And frankly, even if I do know the answer, I'm not brain dead. I know how many people I've generally had dates with in the last month or 2 or 3. But even if I do know the answer, I don't answer it always because I feel like it's one of those things where it's irrelevant information. I tell them about my risk factors. I tell them what I that I about my testing habits, but frankly, it's none of their business. It's nobody's business, and it has nothing to do with ethical or value judgments about me. And I find that I just don't want to stress about it. So it's nice not knowing. And um, other people do things differently. I encourage you to do it however you want. If you want to have a tally system that's like, yeah, I've reached 100, woo, go for it. To me, that's just not meaningful for me personally. What's meaningful for me personally are those individual connections and letting go of the stigma that sex is somehow so important an activity that it needs to be marked. I mean, I don't know how many meals I've eaten in my life. I don't know how many roller coasters I've ridden. I don't know how many times I've been to the beach. They're just not things you keep track of like that. And for me, that's how sex is. Also, I hate getting into defining sex for myself. Like what activity counts as sex, and so that becomes more complicated if you have a number. And I prefer to just eliminate all that confusion by not counting. So yeah, that's how I approach sex. And yeah, I don't know how many people I've slept with, and I'm happy about that. So this is Leela, the proud poly kinky queer slut. Remember, you can ask me anything. Thank you for listening, and have a great day.